This is going to be a long one. Eternatus is the only Pokemon with a base stat total of 690. Eternatus, in both of its forms, is the tallest Pokemon. Eternatus is the heaviest Poison type and Dragon type Pokemon, and also the heaviest Pokemon overall introduced in Generation 8. Eternatus has several similarities to Terrapagos. Both are legendary Pokemon that are responsible for the special type of transformation, Dynamax/Gigantamax, and Terastallization, found within their respective origin regions, Galar and Paldea. They also both have transformations exclusive to them related to these phenomena, increasing their stats. Eternatus is Eternamax form and Terrapagos is Stellar form, though the former is unobtainable, and can absorb the energy needed to use these transformations from other Pokemon, thereby rendering them unavailable. Both of them were also introduced in a game which would receive DLC and whose game mascots comprise a legendary duo. Eternatus is the first legendary Pokemon that we caught with any Pokeball without the chance of failing. Eternamax Eternatus, his type is Blissey for the highest base HP stat of all Pokemon, has the highest base defense and special defense stats of all Pokemon. A level 100 Eternamax Eternatus could reach 655 on one of these stats, which would cause the overflow of the stat to 0 due to a quirk in the coding for Pokemon Sword and Shield which affects no other Pokemon. It has the highest base stat of all Pokemon with 1125. This also makes it the only Pokemon with a 4-digit base stat total. It's the only alternate form of a legendary Pokemon that cannot be legitimately used by the player. And Eternatus and Regigigas have very similar category names in Japanese, with the only difference being how they're written. Regigigas' category name is in hiragana, this, while Eternatus' category name in katakana is this. In either case, the category's name is pronounced the same, Kyodai Pokemon. Unlike other Pokemon in the animated series, Eternatus is animated with 3D animation rather than 2D during the Sword and Shield arc. Currently, it is the only Pokemon to have this distinction. Eternatus is the first Pokemon animated with either 2D or 3D animations outside of movies. In Pokemon Journeys the series, Chairman Rose is the one who named Eternatus. It had previously shared its name with the Darkest Day event. Eternatus is the first legendary Pokemon officially owned by a main character or a champion in the animated series. In Pokemon Unite, if the language is set to Russian, Eternatus is referred to as both this and this, while Pokemon Go and the trading card game online only use the latter spelling. In Pokemon Journeys the series, Eternatus' voice effect was composed from effects of the Kaiju Gamera and Ebirah.